The last boss looks like it slaps. And it's pretty well put together. Like, for looking at an end boss, like, I remember when Gallywix first came out. I remember when Ansurek came out, like, on the beta and on the PTR for Gallywix. It took a couple weeks for the boss to make a lot more sense. And there was a lot of questions about it. I have 0 questions about Dementius. It's all, like, I completely understand how this fight works, and it sounds really cool and really fun. So I'm, like, really looking forward to it. Dragon riding? Yeah. Basically, a short summary of how the boss plays out. The boss starts and it's absolutely massive. You have that huge space that you saw in the trailer. He's as big as Stormwind or whatever. You get him, you go from 100 to 0. You literally get him to 0%. And then an intermission starts where you like use your Reshi wraps to dragon ride over to the P2 platforms where the raid is split. I'm not going to explain all the things that happen there, but I also think this dragon riding portion looks way cooler than like the Tindral one, for example. Then you get to P2. You're split up killing these 2 mini bosses in P2. And then in P3, you go back to the boss. He's now like much smaller. You have a circular platform and you start the phase. He's at 100% again. And you start the phase with a 200% damage amp for 15 seconds after what is most likely a cutscene. That's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy. You guys know how big a 200% damage amp on an end boss? 200, not 100. You're doing triple damage. That is, I hope they're ready to tune that, because that is, you know, you could stack a comp and trivialize a DPS check, for example, because that's just so insane. I mean, that doesn't even explain to you why the fight is cool. There's a bunch of really, really cool mechanics. Maybe I'll do a little like preview video for this, just basically explaining it for people, but this fight sounds very Final Fantasy XIV coded. No, this boss doesn't play out anything like a Final Fantasy encounter. Do you mean lore-wise, or like... I mean, literally none of the mechanics are anything like a Silken Court-esque Final Fantasy fight. The gravity shit to save your friends sounds fun. Yeah. Max, do you anticipate having the mythic last boss not be in the journal again? No. The mythic version of this fight fully makes sense from the heroic version. I think this dungeon journal is entirely accurate. Oh yeah, you guys are going to love this. They're basically giving another run at Nexus Princess. You have Nexus King Saldahar. There's a lot of similar... I mean, Nexus King sounds fucking crazy. Fractal, just brief overview. Fractalus is like the single target boss of the tier. Soul Hunters is like Council of Dreams. This is the optional boss, but it's Demon Hunter guys, and there's no ducks. Forge Weaver is like which one is this? Oh, this one's actually like kind of, you need to see this on testing. There's a lot of shit going on here. 4th guy. 3rd guy is like Lihivum, but less involved. You like kill ads before they spawn. You might have to choose which ones you want to come out or not. Lumathar, this is not going to make sense to a lot of you guys, but this boss, if you ever played Terra's Land, this boss is literally the tree boss from Terra's Land. Yeah, Tar Island. It's a really good boss, the tree boss, and this boss. But it's literally the same fight. First boss is just a first boss. You probably don't really care. There's a bunch of little walls and stuff that are crazy. You get a little you get your cloak will have an extra action button where you can like actually blink through like a wall that would otherwise kill you. There's some other shit going on. Pretty basic, but better than the Undermine raid. Well, we haven't tested it yet. We're testing every single heroic boss this week, except for obviously the end boss, and then normal testing this weekend. So I won't be streaming a lot. Maybe you could have understood or guessed that. Just wish they were doing 10 bosses. Yeah, true. I mean, they're technically doing 7, so